Hey guys, and welcome to. I don't know why this thing is all the way up here, but we're gonna roll with it. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Witches of the Moon. I am your one of your hosts, Dia, aka Oreo of OreoOasis.com, and this week we're talking about herbs. First of all, if you can hear that in the background, um, one is always some noise in the background usually, at least when I do a video. But my husband's outside cracking coconuts because it's coconut season and we get a lot of free coconuts. So that's what we're going to do. Plus, he went a little overboard because I said I wanted to do a detox. So he went a little overboard with accepting the free coconut. So he's out there having a ball. But anyway, so technically this is not a herb. And this is also not my first video. My first video I did on hibiscus, but for some reason it didn't save, so I have to redo it. But I'm kind of happy about it because I'd rather talk about... I need to sit up. I feel like I need to sit up. Sorry if the camera's rocking back and forth. But I'd rather talk about onions. So, onions, yeah, I know onions is not a herb. However, when it comes to magical ingredients, technically everything's an herb. So, or at least when we speak about it, we don't say, oh, what vegetable you're using in that spell, or what fruit are you using in that spell. We always say what herbs are using in that spell. And then we always say everything that we're using, whether it's a herb, a spice, a vegetable, a root, whatever. It's all under the category of herbs. So with that being said, let's get right into it. Onions are one of my favorite things. Onions are, I don't even know how I want to start this off. Onions are great for, oh, there's like a quote on my ring. Onions are great for, a lot of things. You know, they're great for healing. Almost every type of soup that has some type of healing property, herb is in. Also, they can sweeten the dish if you cook it down, let it caramelize, the sugars come out of it, and they just have this great taste. You can pickle them. Oh my gosh, a pickled red onion is like life. On top of some fish, on top of some plantains. Oh, oh, oh. And okay, let me bring it back because I know I love food, right? All right, as far as the history of onions, no one really knows. I mean, I'm pretty sure someone knows, but no one truly really knows because onions is almost as old as mankind. Um, we do know certain traditions, like we do know certain traditions, like the Egyptian tradition, it was considered a food staple, and I can't think of I'm thinking of another tradition right now, and I can't think of it. But I do know in traditions like the Vedic tradition, it was considered taboo if you was going to if you wanted to become a spiritualist. Onions was considered taboo because they considered onion one of the things that activated the sexual organs. And this is way, way, way back. Not now, but this is way back. The Turkish used to believe that the onion came from the devil's left foot, I believe it was. So it was considered a bad thing to eat. And it probably has to do with it probably still has to do with the Vedic tradition being that it activated sexual organs. So supposedly the Turkish mythology is that when the devil walked the earth, when the devil fell out of his heaven, as soon as his foot touched the earth, one foot grew garlic, the other foot grew onions, and we all know the devil is supposed to be about lust and fun. Basically, all these things that's materialistic, so it's connected to that. However, there's also another tradition as it grew on where onions became very because of the natural property of onions, we know it's healing. One of the old things we did or I say we because I did it too, I still do it, is when a baby would get sick, or had like a fever or catch a cold, you would take onions and put it in the baby's socks and put the socks on the baby, and then onion by morning, majority of that cold and sickness and fever would have came out, and the onion would be all old and nasty looking. Also, one of the things that I do, which ironically does not stink up your house like you would think it does, it doesn't, is every once in a while I'll take an onion, I'll slice just a little bit of the bottom just so it'll, and I think I've talked about this before, a little bit of the bottom just so it can sit right, and then I'll slice off the top and let the onion just absorb all the bacteria and particles in the air to cleanse the air. And this is also one of the reasons why you'll hear a lot of people of saying they don't eat everybody's potato salad, because the longer an onion sits open, the more it literally does absorb the bacteria and stuff in the air. This is the reason why a lot of people get sick by eating potato salad at potlucks and stuff, or barbecues, because it's not properly iced, it's not properly covered. Um, but I'm bringing back. Onion juice is very good for cleansing. There is a movie that actually, I forgot, it's a kids movie. I can't, The Dugout? No. It's a kids movie about, was it Sandlot? No, Sandlot's baseball thing. But anyway, it's a kids movie where these kids are out and it's these little things that was messing with them. However, this one kid knew about the onion juice, and if you drank the onion juice, then it didn't bother them. There's some truth to that. Onion juice is very cleansing. Um, it detoxes the body, but that's more so on the physical. So now on the spiritual side, right? Onions can be used greatly in spells. If you're a kitchen witch, or do like kitchen witchcraft like I do, then you know that you can make a sweetening, you can make a savory sweetening spell by just cooking down some onions so they caramelize, or throwing in some apples, and maybe just add a little salt and pepper. Put that inside a grilled cheese with cheddar cheese, and now you have the cheddar cheese is a representation of dairy, which is prosperity. The bread, which is also, milk and bread was considered prosperity way, way back, when all people had was cows and things, and wheat, and that was the main thing that they consumed on a regular. So that's still considered a symbol of prosperity. Then you have the apples, which is also a symbol of health and prosperity. Then you have the onions, which is a symbol of success and peace. Put it all together, and you basically have a prosperity or a one-for-all spell that you can serve to your family. And it's just a simple gourmet-ish grilled cheese, right? I already told you about cutting the onion and putting in your house. I did show y'all, I believe, yeah, it's the one which is in the moon, a peace spell that I did with the onion. And I cut the onion open, I put the candles in it, I drizzled it with honey. Look for the peace spell. You can see that, so you can use the honey to do peace spells. Also, one of the things people don't know, or most don't know, that let me get there. So with onions, there's different variations of onions, right? So different variations do different things. Like the sweet onion, the Vidalia onion, the white onion. They're definitely good when you cook them down for caramelization. And so they're very good for sweetness spells and peace spells. Now the red onion is more of a tart onion. However, because it's a red onion, you can use that onion in blood symbolism magic. So what does this mean? Well, you can bring a couple together like a binding spell using an onion. You can use the onion use the red onion to attract money. Also, if you want to, you could take the red onion and sour it a little bit, and you could do some baneful work with the red onion. But then there's also the ones that are a little more milder in taste. They still give an extra oomph to something, but they're not as pungent like a scallion. And because scallions are green, they are great for prosperity and money spells. So if you eat a lot of seafood, like if you make a seafood salad, instead of adding, if you do add onions, I add onions to mine. Here I go back with the food spells. Instead of adding the regular onion, you can add scallions to it. And seafood's already a symbol of prosperity because it comes from the waters. It comes from because it comes from the waters. Water is a conductor of energy. Water is life. Hydration is one of the big keys to life. So, boom, you guys, but like that. So that means you can actually take dried scallions, the chopped dried scallions. You could put that in a bag, in a mojo bag for prosperity with a gold coin. Look, you could do a lot with onions, okay? This thing about to be 10 minutes. Let me wrap this up. Okay, so also, onions are part of the lily family. So what does that mean? That means if onions are a part of the lily family, if you want to know what else you could do with the onion in spells, look up what you could do with lilies. Look up the history of lilies. Lilies is one considered, in a lot of areas, a symbol of majesty. Lilies is also one of the key ingredients in breaking up lovers. So if you feel so someone put a love spell on you, you can, if you don't have access to a lily, but you have access to an onion, you can simply keep onions in your diet, cooked onions, raw onions. Like I said, you could do you're going to smell after this, but you can do a head wash with the onion, a body wash with the onion, and then, let it air dry, give it some time, then go back and wash it out to get the smell out. What was I going to say about that? Majesty, breakup, lilies, Majesty. Yeah, but look up lilies and it'll give you a whole nother world of, oh, that's what I'm going to say. If you feel as though someone's trying to sweeten you to something, right? Or someone like me who would sit there while I'm speaking, I would chew gum or I have something sweet in my mouth to sweeten my words or something. What you can do is when you're doing a reversal spell, just chew a bit of raw onion while you're speaking your words of power over the spell, and this helps activate the reversal. This helps to send it back. This helps to break the curse. Most people don't know that I really eat a whole lot of garlic and I eat a whole lot of onions. So a lot of times people are talking to me, I will not chew gum because I know how words and spells. That's why it's called spelling. But I ain't gonna get all deep into that. But a lot of times, this is one of the reasons why. Like if I had a lot of onions, a lot of garlic, and I'm about to talk to somebody, you're gonna catch all this onion garlic breath because whatever you say is not about to cast nothing over here, okay? And there's nothing you could do to break through that barrier because it's freshly in my system. It's staying in my system. It's probably one of the reasons why I'm hard-headed as hell. And, when certain words already start triggering me to make me ask questions to go, no, 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 while you're talking. Especially if people ask those persuasive questions that make you want to agree with them. But that's just a thought. However, now, if you're going into a business meeting, you might not want to go in there smelling like garlic and onion. However, you can go in there smelling like a nice lily perfume. But okay, so that's my take on onions for this week. I suggest y'all look it up. And this work is very under the radar and very underrated. It's one of the things that's really, really strong where if you use it, I haven't seen somebody go against my onion spell yet. They was able to break one if I use the onion. That's all I'm going to say. But then again, I don't tell people what I use, so they probably didn't know what to do to try to break it. But whatever. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Don't forget to watch everybody's videos this week. Excuse the tiredness because I am tired. It's been a long week. I'm still recovering from my birthday. I got other stuff going on. But yeah, that's it. Stay blessed and be a blessing. I'll see you next week. Peace.